Hello. Before we start today's episode, if you would like a condensed version of what I'm talking about in this podcast, go ahead and subscribe to The Perfectionist Guide. You can read the entire thing in 3 minutes or less. To access this, go to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/newsletter. Are you a bit of a perfectionist, type A, hyper performer? Then you know that having the audacity to see an ideal and bring it into reality while breaking generational habits of hustle can be tough, but it doesn't have to be. If you are ready to burn bright instead of burning out, to lead without losing yourself, and to enjoy the life you have worked so hard to create, then keep listening. I'm your host, America's leader on rewiring perfectionism, CLG, and this is Perfectionism Rewired, the podcast. Welcome to Perfectionism Rewired. I want all of you to feel as though you have star power when it comes to your time. I see that everyone around me has a pretty disempowered relationship when it comes to time. In fact, it's probably more like a situationship. Like the Facebook status would be, it's complicated. What I want for you is I want you to no longer lie in bed at night thinking about what you didn't get done that day or how far behind you are or mentally checking through everything that you need to get done tomorrow. I don't want you to be bringing your laptop or checking your email on vacation. I don't want you to feel that you have to sacrifice time with your family, basically sacrifice your own values for success or for something outside of you. Your experience with time can't change until you believe that you are 100% in control of your time. It doesn't matter what time management tool you're using. It doesn't matter how much you outsource, how many assistants you get, how many employees you get. It doesn't matter how much of your time you free up. If you have a disempowered relationship with time, it's like you are multiplying anything you do by zero. It doesn't matter if you have 1 billion times zero, the answer is always zero. And it's the same thing when it comes to your experience with time. A really great analogy for this is lottery winners. 85% of lottery winners within 5 years are in the exact same financial state that they were in before they won the lottery, or even worse. And the reason why is because if you believe that you don't have enough money, guess what you'll create for yourself? Not enough money. And it's the same thing when it comes to your time. So let's talk about how to put some respect on your time. When you think about respect, it's like in a very high regard, deep admiration. And most people don't think about their time like that. Like, how do you talk to your time? What I hear most people say is, I don't have enough time. I have too much to do and so little time. The more time I put into this, the better the result it's going to be. The length of time determines my success. The length of time determines the quality of my relationship. We abdicate so much to time. That's a lot to put on time, right? The quality of your relationship on time, that's heavy. Time has an energy, and the energy comes from your overall vibe, the words that you say, and the feelings that you feel. So if you are talking shit about your time, then time is going to want to run away from you as fast as possible. Time's going to be like, I want to go somewhere where they respect me. I want to go somewhere where they treat me nice. Ask yourself, how do you speak to your time? How do you talk about time? Are you scaring the crap out of yourself? Are you like, oh my God, if I don't make it there on time, or if I don't finish this project, or if I don't hit my end of year goal, I'm going to end up homeless in the street. My life is going to be over, so I better hurry up. I used to really have this fear of, I don't have enough time, I'm running out of time. And if I'm late, it meant that I was a garbage human, basically. Another thing is to ask yourself is, are you abdicating your divine power and privilege over to time? You know that you're doing that if you're saying it's a busy season, it's not the right time, this is good timing, this is bad timing, my day ran away from me, I just need to put more time in and then I'll get that result. I know it's not a conscious thing, but you're basically not believing in your own power and privilege of being a human being, a creator. And instead are abdicating oh, that's time.
But no matter what tactics I give you, the foundation that we want to build it on is there's plenty of time. And if you don't believe that right now, because I can tell you, like, it is a jump. If you feel that you don't have enough time, going to it's plenty of time, that's like, it's too big, especially for our brain. And we don't want to argue with ourselves. That's just like an energy leak we don't need to have. So instead, to just think like, well, it's possible there could be plenty of time, just like a 1% or 0.01% is like all that we need. And then the other part of that we want to build everything on is that your experience with time cannot change until you believe that you're 100% in control of your time. And you don't need to believe that 100%, but you just need to be able to see that like, oh yeah, I actually am in control here, that we're not abdicating our power over to time. If you want to have an embarrassing amount of time, as one of my clients texted me, or so much time that it blows your mind, if you want to like get done in 1 hour what used to get done in 10, it starts with you. Are you telling yourself that you never learned how to rest? And so you're working all the time? Are you telling yourself that I work best under pressure? That's what got me straight A's when I was younger. That's what got me through college. That's what I do now. We're leaving the past where it was. I'm here to teach you new tools that you can take into your future so you can stop leaking time all over the place and stop giving time to things that you don't want to. One thing that I love about time is that it levels the playing field. We all have the same raw materials. Like we all got the same 16 pack of crayons and white sheets of paper to work on. When you can really get skilled and take control back of your time, you're able to game the system. Time is really one of the only things that the patriarchy, white supremacy, and capitalism didn't figure out. Thank God. They weren't like, hey, us white bros, we get 24 hours, but your ass gets 18. Because they're not able to make us go on our own clock, they tell us instead how we should be spending it. They make us feel that time is very scarce. They advertise to us that we should all be doing the job of at least 3 people. They brainwash us into believing that there isn't enough time and that we need to do it all. We need to help everyone. We need to give it outside of ourselves, our self-worth and our value. It's something that we need to earn. We need to earn rest. You need to earn your time off. And as a result, we sacrifice. Look, you can pay us less. You can take away our human right, but like you sure as shit can't take away our time. When you get skilled and take control back of your time, you're able to game the system. I am here to guide everyone who wants to take back their time to be like, listen, fuckers, you're not going to take my time away from me anymore. You're not going to have me believing this story and this narrative that I don't have enough. The people who are in power, they want to keep us believing that we don't have enough time to get everything done. And they want to keep us strapped for time because when that happens, the people that are in power and in privilege get to stay in power. Those of us that are strapped for time, we think bad things about time. We think that time is outside of our control. And then you don't even try to control your time or to spend a less amount of time to get the same results or take time for yourself because you believe that it's impossible and it's not for you, it's for them. Or you think, I can't work less in my job because I'm salaried to get paid 40 hours a week. I can't have that conversation with my boss. Or for me, I worked in corporate public relations and the news cycle is 24/7. I had 3 cell phones and I legit used to say that like I got paid a ridiculous amount of money because they bought all my time. And that was the price that I had to pay. And that like I had to be on all the time. If any of you are like, well, that's impossible for me, that won't work for me, like bring it. Let's coach on that. I'm telling you, this works. That is just a limiting belief that you have. If you're like, I want to take my time back, I want to control my time on my terms. I want to do less and I want to achieve more. I want to go faster than time. I want to have time, energy, and space for everything that I want to do. I want to let you know that like I am living that life now and you can too. It wasn't always this way for me. I have ADHD. Proud, like neurodiverse person. I got diagnosed when I was 16. I didn't accept the diagnosis till I was 19. I was told that I was time blind by my neurologist. And even before that, I remember I had to do a kindergarten test and they said I had trouble transitioning between things. I carried with me for such a long time that like I was really bad with my time. and I was time blind and I have ADHD. So that means that I'm fucking Helen Kellering it through my life. What I've learned is that no, I'm actually really good with time. And if you are neurodiverse or if you have ADHD or, you've been told that you're bad with time, I just want to tell you that that's not true. The only reason you're bad with time is because you're believing what other people outside of you told you. There's actually a way that like now I'm so good with my time because like what I realize is that like instead of looking at a clock outside of me, I can tune into my internal clock. And then I'm no longer working against time. Like my energy is working with me. I'm in this beautiful, empowered relationship with the 24 hours in a day, with the way that the rest of the world works. Everything is just in beautiful harmony. I felt the need to share that because I spent a lot of money and a lot of time on tomato timers. I took a class in Asana. I hired a lot of people. I read all the productivity books, every app, every shortcut. Like I was obsessed with fixing this. Like if me 5 years ago were to see me now, it'd be rolling my fucking eyes. I definitely wouldn't be on this workshop. And I would be like, yeah, must be nice. I had in my mind this idea that they had all of these other like minions basically that were making it so that they could have that kind of relationship with time. And I'm here to tell you, I don't have any minions. And I have like I have an excess of time and energy and space for everything that I want to do and what I need to do. And I'm not like snorting Adderall. When you're thinking, I'm so far behind, I don't have enough time, you think that your mind, it's giving you the truth. And you might right now even be like, no, look at my schedule. I have 12 kids, CLG. Look at this. You are actually creating that experience for yourself by you thinking I'm behind or I don't have enough time. And you taking that as fact, you're thinking it, and then you are repeating a behavior and a habit off of it. Instead of you actually realizing that you can create reality based on the truth of your behavior. If you're deciding to take the narrative of, I don't have enough time or I'm behind, then that's what you're going to create for yourself. When I first learned this, my mind blew. I was like, what? No way. That can actually be possible. I was highly, highly skeptical of it. You can be skeptical AF. But like all you really got to do is put one foot in front of the other and believe that it can be possible for you or that you would like for it to be possible for you. Now, I want to talk about some disrespectful habits when it comes to time and how you can get back in the captain's chair of your time. Number one is believing that other people are in control of your time. I just did a podcast episode about season 2 of Unfuckwithable You, episode 18. Your time, your choice. Or my time, my choice, if you're saying it to yourself. You are choosing how you spend your time. You have agency. Once you realize everything's your choice, it really removes a lot of the friction. Because then you can sort of see, okay, I'm choosing to do this. Maybe it's not because I want to. I'm choosing to pay my parking tickets. I might not want to, but I'm choosing to do that. I'm doing that to avoid the consequence of having my car get towed. So maybe it's like, I'm choosing to attend this meeting because I want to avoid the conversation with my boss about why I didn't show up. Or I'm choosing to go to my little cousin's baptism, even though I don't want to, because I'm avoiding the conversation with my aunt about how I really needed to be there. Once you get into that, you're really able to see, okay, what is sort of the underlying energetic about why I'm making the choices in my life? When I did this exercise for myself, I realized that a lot of the decisions that I was making with people I loved, undercurrent, the energetic of it was guilt. I felt guilty if I didn't answer the phone when a family member called, or I felt guilty if I didn't go to this. I'd feel guilty if I ended my client calls on time. I realized that I didn't want guilt to be the fuel or the foundation of any of my relationships. And I took control back of my time. I let those people know, hey, I'm going to be pulling back. I really want us to have a great relationship, but there's just some stuff that I need to, do for me. Those relationships, any of it didn't last me, deleting the guilt as the energetic that was running my time. then that season was over and they weren't meant to move forward in life with me. That was not how I wanted to run my life. That's number one. Number two is you are distracted and interrupted when it comes to your time. You're keeping your inbox open all day. You have an Apple Watch. I used to have an Apple Watch. You have just any sort of alerts on your phone, even if the ringer is off, but the vibrating, the banners coming up, the notifications, your nervous system and your subconscious and your unconscious, it has not developed as fast as technology has in our world today. And so if you are a human being, which I've yet to meet an AI person, it's going to take you at least 25 minutes to get back in the state of flow and to reset the way that you were before you saw the notification on your phone. Those little things that we don't really see are like these huge leaks of our time and energy. Just try it for a week and see how much calmer you are and how much time you have back just by doing that one thing. Any of these things that we're listing, if you were to just do one of them, you would easily get 5 hours back into your week. Number 3 is decisions. Parkinson's law states that any task that you do will swell to the amount of time that you give it. Decisions are one of those things, especially now when we have we have an abundance of options. We could spend the rest of our life researching options for cups and I would die before I actually picked a cup to order. We spend all this time researching instead of making a decision and then trusting ourselves that if it doesn't work out, that we will figure it out. And one of the things that I work with my private one-on-one coaching clients on is your own personalized decision-making doctrine. It sounds fancy, but it's actually very easy and simple. And all of us human beings, the way that we are genetically created, we have a way of knowing what is actually correct for us that we can use when we tune into our body. And it's different for all of us. So for me, it's my sacral. And then I also have my spleen energy body connected to that. So for me, my decisions are instant in the moment. The way that I tend to feel it is that I'll be a little bit of a pendulum sometimes, which way I'll notice that my body is moving towards. That is not the same for even if you're someone where your decision maker tool is your sacral and your spleen. The beautiful, beautiful, beautiful part about having your own decision making doctrine is that it is correct for you 100% of the time and it never steers you wrong. Any question that you're asking it will always 100% steer you correctly, which is just such a freeing thing to know, oh, I have this decision-making doctrine that I can use and that I can lean on. So I'm no longer having to lose days and hours and sleepless nights. And I would make freaking Google Sheets with research because I didn't trust myself and I didn't know that there was something that existed that I could use in my personal life and in my professional life and that I didn't have to work as hard. It's just a great way for you to start getting that energy and that time back. Number 4 way that most people are disrespecting their time and also a way that you can start respecting your time is to look at your energy and our energetics. What I find with most people is that, and I used to do this too, is that we work against our own internal clock and our own energy because we read that we're most creative in the morning. This is when this other person wants me to do it, or we don't trust that we're actually going to be able to get it done. So we just railroad ourselves into doing it. And I used to be a huge overworker. I used to do this. Everything that I talk about, I used to do myself. Absolutely, no judgment. If you are actually able to get tuned into the way that your energy works, you are able to go faster than time. You have that star power with yourself because not only are you in this beautiful relationship with time where it's generous, it wants to be with you. It's not being I want to get away from you. You're not treating me right. But you have this beautiful relationship with time. And also you have that star power of, how your energy works and you are investing your time accordingly. So instead of just resting, for me, I used to rest, but I would still feel tired. And by learning how my energy worked, I learned that for me, I actually need to exert my energy. And that is more restful for me. There's 9 different types of rest. It all correlates to the 9 different energy centers that we have inside of ourselves. And so when you're actually able to know, okay, what is it that I can do so I can get a high ROE, a high return on my energy? That's how you're able to get done in 1 hour what used to take you 10. It's like the difference of having pennies versus $100 bills. That's what happens when instead of just spending your time, you are investing your time and you know how to work with your own energy. Number 5 is your to-do list. When that carries over week after week and you're like, oh man, I still haven't gotten that thing done. Like the way that I want you to look at it is imagine if you have a 5-year-old and you're like expecting them to do organic chemistry. You're both just going to hate each other. They're not really capable of doing that. And then you're just so disappointed in them. And then when you're not encouraging to them and they come home from kindergarten and you're like, oh, you learned the letter A, you don't know what aluminum is? Where's that periodic table? It just creates a very unhealthy relationship where the 5-year-old doesn't even want to try. We end up doing that to ourselves when we have this long to-do list and then we don't accomplish everything. We're using our schedule to shame ourselves. And then it just continues to just be like this rock that you drag with you. I would invite you to do is every week to just write down 3 things that you want to do. At the beginning of the week, ask yourself, if I were to accomplish these 3 things and not like write a book or something, like make it so it's literally like unitasking. It is one thing that you would get done. It's like that one thing. Because what happens is that the less pressure that you put on yourself and the less expectations that you put on yourself, the less you have weighing you down. So then the higher you are able to fly. If you only had 3 items on your to-do list and then you got them done, how are you going to feel about yourself? Pretty fucking proud. You're going to be like, yeah, I did that. And then what happens? You get into a high value cycle with yourself and how you're using your time. Because you're like, oh, look at me. I'm a fucking badass. I got that. I got this. It's fucking Tuesday at 12:44 p.m. Pacific time, and I already finished my to-do list for the week. Look how fucking fabulous I am. Or however the way that you speak to yourself, right? You're building a better relationship with yourself. You're rebuilding that trust. And then you can decide, do I want to accomplish more this week or am I good? But just like that little thing, instead of like looking at the list and being like, oh my God, I didn't do this. I mean, I legitimately would be in tears over my time. It would be very upsetting for me. And I would take it as a personal defect that there was something wrong with me and that I wasn't going to be this wonderful CEO. And that like going back to the beginning of that fear, I'm going to be shitting in a bucket on the street because I'm not in control of my time. Another way you are not respecting your time and leaking time and energy is spending it carelessly, letting other people rob it from you and just kind of putting it to the side and not looking at it. And then you're like, oh, but now I need it. Like now I need more time. And then you're only showing up to it when you want time. And what if you had a date with time, like with yourself on a regular basis, where you actually sat down and you looked at your time and your energy and where it's going, and to really like create that relationship with your time. Like I have a client where on a Friday night, like she gets some wine, she plays some music and she has food delivered and she looks at her time and like where there are some leaks. And really, what are her priorities? And is her time reflecting that? And where she wants to pull back or where she got stuck into like scroll mode on her phone. Don't let time be a stranger to you. You want to start treating time better. Time is really just a reflection for the relationship that we have with ourselves. And so when you start treating yourself better by like taking time for yourself, the better your relationship is going to be with time. So if you are nodding yes, your head yes right now, and You are like, oh my gosh, this is so me.
Listen closely because I might have the solution you've been searching for. My Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator, a 6-week, highly individualized one-on-one coaching experience designed exclusively for perfectionists like you. Your perfectionism is actually your greatest asset, and leveraging it can be hard work or take years of guesswork. That's why in Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator, I give you my key frameworks to taking charge of your Ferrari drive, proven to work even for the most type A, high-strung, stubborn perfectionists. In the first 30 days, you will cut your burnout in half, increase your professional fulfillment by at least 150%, and your self-compassion will go up at least 250%. And that is just your first 30 days. So if you want to save yourself years of trial and error, go to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/accelerator today. Or if you want to take the easy way, just click the link in the show notes to check out the Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator.